Hey Hope Chapel, it's Pastor Morgan Hollick here, and today we're looking at Jeremiah chapters 34 through 36. So in Jeremiah chapter 34, God tells Jeremiah to warn King Zedekiah, the last king of Judah before it falls to Babylon, that the city of Jerusalem is going to be conquered by the Babylonians and the king will be taken captive. Spoiler alert, the king doesn't listen. The people of Jerusalem had recently made a promise to free all their Hebrew slaves, which was actually something God had told them to do long ago in Exodus, if you remember. At first they obey, but then they change their minds and force the freed people back into slavery. God is not happy about this. He tells them, "You broke your promise to me and to those people, so now I'm releasing you to destruction." In other words, they'll face judgment for breaking their word and mistreating others. Then, in Jeremiah chapter 35, God tells Jeremiah to bring in a group called the Rechabites and offer them wine, but they refuse to drink it. This is because their ancestor, Jonadab, had told them never to drink wine, live in houses, or plant crops. Basically, to live a nomadic, simple life. And hundreds of years later, they're still obeying him. God compares the Rechabites and their faithfulness to how Judah refuses to obey him, even though he's the actual God and not just a human ancestor. This is the point to note here. Sometimes humans are more loyal to each other than they are to God, and that's pretty messed up. Finally, in Jeremiah chapter 36, God tells Jeremiah to write down all the messages he's been giving over the years. So Jeremiah dictates them to his assistant, Baruch, who writes them on a scroll. Baruch reads the scroll in the temple, and eventually it makes its way to King Jehoiakim. But instead of listening, the king cuts it up and throws it piece by piece into a fire as it's read to him. So things are going well. Not. So this is how God responds. He tells Jeremiah to write the whole thing again, but this time he adds even more judgment against the king. Jehoiakim will face the consequences of ignoring God's word and destroying it. Here's what you need to note here. Trying to destroy God's message doesn't stop it. If anything, it just brings judgment faster. Here are a few closing thoughts I want to leave you with. God takes promises and justice seriously. Faithful obedience over generations is honored. And you can try to silence God, but he always gets the last word. I hope you have a great day.